What's up, everybody? I'm back with another tool deals video, and today we got our deals coming from mostly Home Depot. Let's go ahead and get started. First up, we have this Milwaukee M12 drill driver. I honestly thought that was a hammer drill until I just realized it wasn't. But this is the M12 drill driver. It is on a BOGO, and honestly, I'm not really feeling like it's all that great of a deal now since it's not the hammer drill. But we do have this on a BOGO. If you add a 2.5 amp hour high output battery, this thing will break down to be $80. You can do better. I'm going to show you later on in the video. Moving on, we do, though, have this M12 fuel impact driver. So this M12 fuel impact driver comes as a kit, 2 amp hour battery, charger in a bag, $99. Now this M12 impact driver produces 1,300 inch-pounds of torque, so that's not a bad deal right there. But if you're like me and you're not really fond of the M12 Milwaukee ergonomics, we do have some other deals coming up that you might like. Moving on, we have this M12 rover light, also on the BOGO. This you add a 1.5 amp hour battery to this one, and it'll bring this thing down to $66.22. These lights definitely have their purpose. Me personally, as of late, I'm more so into the flashlights, but these things definitely have their purpose. A lot of people like the rover lights, so there you go there. Moving on, we have Milwaukee's M18 compact brushless impact driver kit. So this comes with a 2 amp hour battery, the impact driver, the charger in the bag. Now, this produces 1,700 inch-pounds of torque, a lot more than that M12 we just talked about. But the thing about this one is it doesn't have any modes, and you guys know how I feel about impact drivers with modes. The finesse is just not going to be there. I mean, it's a variable speed trigger, but you got to be really careful with that. And having an impact driver that doesn't have modes could potentially have you ruining a delicate piece of work. So I don't really recommend these. I still personally would go with this one here, even though I don't like the ergonomics, and I'm positive the ergonomics on this one will be better. Moving on, you already saw this one. We also have just another drill driver. It's not a hammer drill, but this comes as a kit for $99, right? This is also going to be more powerful than the drill we saw here. So this one produces 400 inch-pounds of torque, and it's 5.9 inches long, whereas this drill here is 5.7 inches and produces 550 inch-pounds. Now, the real key here is going to be the battery. This is going to have obviously a bigger battery base, and having a smaller M12 battery can come in handy. This also produces 1,700 RPM, which is kind of par for the course for something so little, but we have seen drills from other makers that produce way more RPMs, and this one right here, this M12, is 1,550 RPM, which is actually quite slow. Now, as an alternative to the Milwaukee, if you're open to flex, we have that same deal for $99 with their drill. Now, their battery base is even bigger, but this drill is more powerful on paper. Now, I have to just say, in my experience with flex tools, the ones that didn't have leaky batteries and actually worked properly, those tools were pretty darn powerful. More powerful than Milwaukee? Nah. But this produces 650 inch-pounds of torque. It also comes with a 2.5 amp hour battery. And I want to show you guys the RPMs. 2,200 RPM. So this boy cooks, okay? It's way more powerful. It's way faster. A lot of these companies obviously lie about their claims. Milwaukee is no stranger to that either. So I personally would go flex over the Milwaukee. But if you just have a whole bunch of Milwaukee batteries, then you can stay over there with Milwaukee. Moving on, we have an interesting deal here. I just saw the reviews. It's only 2 reviews, but you do have this Ryobi 7 1/4 compound miter saw with this jigsaw. Now, these are going to be brush tools. $159 on a BOGO. So you add the battery, and then this whole thing breaks down to be $101.94 for a miter saw and a jigsaw, and that is just insane. If you are new to woodworking, get this stuff to just play around with to see if you even like the hobby. If you don't, you can resell this stuff on Facebook Marketplace and actually make some money, okay, used and all. So that's not a bad deal right there. I think this is a good route to go for hobbyists or beginner DIYers. Moving on, we have this rigid high torque impact wrench kit. Again, with TTI, rigid is TTI, Milwaukee is TTI, Ryobi is TTI. A lot of times their claim to fame, the 1,300 foot-pounds of breakaway, it's just not real. But they do make good tools still nonetheless. If you register this within, I think, 90 days, you qualify for lifetime service agreements. Now, a lifetime warranty like Flex claims or like Metabo HPT has. This lifetime service agreement, it is different. That means they can deny your claim for any reason, but it's still better than nothing. This actually just has a 3-year warranty, but you have this high torque impact wrench, 2 4 amp hour high output batteries, a charger in a bag for $199. That's a great deal for a very decent impact wrench. But there also still is the Bosch Pro Factor impact wrench from yesterday that comes with an 8 amp hour battery and a charger. And the cool thing about the Bosch batteries, they're quite small. So their 8 amp hour battery is going to be pretty much the same size as this rigid 4 amp hour battery. And this is all around a better impact wrench. If you're just looking at the numbers, you'd think that the rigid was better. But again, that's why channels like the Torque Test channel exist. Go look at the rankings over there. You see this bad boy beats this rigid out hands down. Moving on, we also have this Milwaukee Fuel M18 bundle here with their impact high torque impact wrench and their mid torque impact wrench for $389. Again, right now this high torque is on sale for $299 itself, and this is normally like $229. So that is a great bundle deal right there. Now this high torque impact wrench is going to smoke anything we just talked about today. If you could spring for the darn near $400, you know, obviously go that route if you needed both of these impact wrenches. And finally, I wanted to talk about, we're still talking about drills and impact drivers. Don't forget about the Metabo HPT that comes with a lifetime warranty without any need for registering. It's $129. You get 2 amp hour batteries, the impact driver, the drill, charger in the bag. Now, the thing I like about this drill, the ergonomics on these two things are perfect. They're lighter than all the other ones except for the little Milwaukees, but these Milwaukees I would never choose. Well, maybe this M12 impact driver, but these drills and stuff, the M18 ones, I would never choose over the Metabo HPT personally. I'm just showing you all these things so you have options, because some of you like to stick within the brands for the batteries, which is understandable. But this impact driver produces 1,549 inch-pounds of torque. It does not have modes, okay? None of these ones I mentioned today have modes, so there is that. But this drill, though, does have the reactive force control, so if it starts to bind up, it'll shut off. None of those other ones have that technology, even the Flex. This also produces 620 inch-pounds of torque at 2,000 RPM, so this is going to be better than the Milwaukees and on par with the Flex, but I think the Flex will still be faster and have a little extra oomph. But for $129, extra $30, you get the extra tool. I think personally this is the overall better value, and this is personally what I will go with. And that is it for today's video. Hopefully it was helpful. If you did get any value from this video, remember to like this video, leave me a comment, share it with your brethren. Don't be stingy. Subscribe so you don't miss any deals in the future, and I'll see you guys next time.